Salam, brothers and sisters. Welcome to the Voice of Fahamme. As most of you already know, Salam means peace. Every Sunday at this time, the Voice of Fahamme will bring to you words of wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Fahamme, or understanding, is the new name for the black man's culture, founded on the background of our noble ancestors, both ancient and divine, whose wisdom graced all the lands of Africa. In the year 1919, the Fahamme movement was founded by the Honorable Paul Nathaniel Johnson, B.A., prophet to the black race throughout the world, the first and only person to come forth with a revealed Bible and a name for God for our people. Each of our presentations is designed to inspire us through the truth of our God, therefore enabling us to overcome all forms of oppression and other negative states in which we as black people find ourselves. And now for today's lesson, Change Gods.
The subject for this morning is entitled Change Gods. As Hamites, as Kemites, as Hittites, as Kenites, and as Amorites, the black race is the most sought after people in the world. Every page in our ancient libraries have been read and read again. Our temples and holy places have been dismantled stone by stone and reconstructed. Our monuments have been torn apart and put together again on foreign soil. Modern grave robbers, under the names of archaeologists, have stolen from every royal grave of antiquity in the holy land of Ham, called Africa today. Why is so much attention given to the black race of old? It is simply this: everyone is searching for the key to our might, the keys to our power, the keys to our wisdom, our knowledge, and our understanding. They seek the keys again to our might and our power. Yes, it's true. As Hamites, Kemites, Hittites, Kenites, and Amorites, the black race is the most sought after people in the world. But as Negroes, those same black people are the most hated, the most despised, the most Jim Crowed, segregated, discriminated, and feared people in the world today. And this, we all know, is true. When one people are scorned, hated, ignored, and oppressed by another people, it is mostly because the weaker and the oppressed people have not got sense enough to leave the gods of their oppressors alone. Fahamme, Ra, Rasul. We have tried many things in an attempt to relieve the hatred, the scorning, the lying, the lynching, the segregation and discrimination, but the oppression continues. We have given up the names of our noble forebears, names we once wore, such as Amun, Ptah, Noon, Osiris, Isis, Hathor, and many other noble names. And we have adopted the names of our oppressors and slave masters. If our oppressors meant us nothing but ill will and misfortune during their lifespan, how can we hope to carry anything but the thoughts of malice, jealousy, and discontentment towards one another as long as we carry the names and spirits of our oppressors with us day to day? We have adopted a new faith and religion in our attempts to draw nearer to our oppressors and to be liked and favored by our oppressors. The very first act of confusion among black people was because they were beginning to accept Nordic culture and Christian ideas. To end all acts of confusion today, we must change gods. In this, we can see clearly that as long as we were following in our own ways and our own traditions, we achieved grace and might and power in the world. But as soon as we began to look to other nations and accept the things that they were doing and turn our backs upon our own ways and upon our own mannerisms, we fell into a state of confusion, a state which our oppressors readily took advantage of to throw us into slavery and evolve us into the condition that we find ourselves in today. In our attempt to escape the persecution of our oppressors, we have even adopted a new God, the God of the Nordic nations. This new and oppressive God, being the same as the people he serves, promptly removed all of our national rights. He removed all freedom of mind, all freedom of body and soul from us, and he named us Negroes. And to this day, we are no longer sought after because we are not Hamites any longer. The name Hamite means the praised people. As Hamites, we were indeed a praised people, being the progenitors of every culture and civilization in the world. The whole world gave praise and honor to us. We are no longer sought after because we are not any longer Kemites. The name Kemite means upright. Indeed, we were an upright, a noble, and a dignified people. We rose to the heights of civilization and accomplished many great deeds for the benefit of all mankind. All of our great achievements are dated BC, that is, before the Christian era, when we enjoyed such noble names as Hamites, Kemites, and Jizeh, which means the elect of God, gods and goddesses. Today, we are no longer Hamites. We are no longer Kemites. We are no longer Hittites. We are no longer Kenites and Amorites. But today, we are called Negroes. Our adopted God, the God of the Nordic nation, daily goes about his task of Nordicizing or Europeanizing black minds and creating a condition of distress and misery. The calamitous attitude as borne by our oppressors and by our acceptance of their God is producing extensive evils both in black individuals and in black communities. Yet we go on worshiping strange gods, gods that laugh at our calamity while we complain. What is the solution to all of this? It is simply this: Mr. Black Man, change gods. Give up the gods of your oppressors and turn to a God of your own. Change gods. A people's God are just like the people are. And when a people are in continual adversity, they are not in tune with their own God, but most likely are worshiping foreign gods. Fahamme, Rasul. If you want to change your national conditions, Mr. Black Man, then you must change gods. We all realize the need for black solidarity and unity, but we fail to see that the ideal of black solidarity and unity cannot be had as long as we are influenced to any degree by Nordic faith and religion. We must change gods. The Honorable Paul Nathaniel Johnson, the Fahamme culture prophet, is saying to all the sons and daughters of Ham that the gods of your fathers hath sent him unto you. Yes, the God of our fathers, the God of the Hamites, the God of the Kemites, the God of the most sought-after people in the world, has sent to us the downtrodden sons and daughters of ancient kings and queens, the ancient gods and goddesses. He has sent to us the Honorable Paul Nathaniel Johnson, the Fahamme Rasul, to guide us away from the pitfalls of Nordicism. Our God has sent unto us one who can lead and one who can teach us the ways of our fathers. He has sent to us one who can teach to us the ideal of being black without foreign influence. We can achieve all that we now strive for nationally by simply following the instructions of the great Fahamme Rasul. And those instructions are to change gods. The first commandment in the civil laws of our ancient civilization when we ruled the world was this, and I quote, "Thou shalt have no other God before me." It was not until we turned our backs on our God, the great God Amun-Ra, that we began to fall. In this age, as we strive to regain our rightful position and world leadership, we must change gods. Put aside all inferior gods. Not a one of them has lifted us from the heels of our oppressors and placed us on a level of honor. Not a one. Embrace our God, the great God Amun-Ra, and again say, Amun-Ra, we shall put no other God before thee. Put aside all of the gods of the other nations. These gods of the other nations are outmoded, obsolete, with less than human frailties and weaknesses. So purge them out of your minds. Stage a peaceful, spiritual, and cultural revolt. Fahamme, Ra, Rasul. Every race and his religion is the same thing. And every race and his God and his Bible and his saints, his saviors, his holy virgin, his Son of God, are all one and the same thing. Fahamme, Ra, Rasul. Look around you today, and what do we have? We have Chinese religion. We have Japanese religion. We have Jewish religion, and so forth. But where is the black religion? Not Arabic religion, but black religion. We have the Jewish God. We have the Nordic God. We have the Arab God. But where is the black or the Hamite God? We have the Torah. We have the Veda. We have the Injil. And we have the Quran. But where is the black or the Hamite Bible? We have Moses. We have Abraham and Jacob. We have Abu Bakr, Aisha, and Muhammad. We have Matthew. We have Mark. We have Luke and John, Mary and Elizabeth. But where are our black saints? A saint to a nation of people are those people who lived among them and led them and taught them how to lead themselves and not to be led by other nations. When, Mr. Black Man, will you begin to give equal honor to all of your black saints and leave the saints of other nations alone? Where are our black saviors? Where is the honor that we give to those black people who led the fight for freedom in front of us, who gave their lives that we might achieve our ends and our rightful destiny? Where is the just praise and honor that they are due? Where is our holy black virgin? Where is our black Son of God? Without any and all of these things, Is there any wonder then that there is distress in the black world? We accept all of the inferior teachers and doctrines of other nations, and then we wonder why they oppress rather than accept us. The reason is simply this: other nations already realize that their teachers and their doctrines are inferior, so they continually tear apart the holy land of Ham, called Africa, looking for the keys to our greatness, the keys to our success, the keys to our might, and the keys to our power, because they know that their teachers and their doctrines gave them nothing of any lasting substance, but rather only related to them as much as they could understand of what they were able to dig out of the tombs of the ancient Africans, your and my noble ancestors. Ask any of our oppressors about the tomb of the great ancient blacks, and they can talk on forever. But where is the tombs of Matthew? Where is the tomb of Mark? Where is the tomb of Luke? Where is the tomb of John? Where is the tomb of Peter? Where is the tomb of Mary and Joseph? These things are not important. But the tombs of all the great blacks in the Ancient of Days is important. The whole world recognizes the superior achievements of the black race under the guidance of a God of our own. Our achievements have become the standards of modern civilization and can only be reproduced when the blacks today change gods and submit to guidance by a God of their own. We can never achieve greatness as long as we are dependent upon what other nations have to teach us, because they are only giving us in part what already belongs to us. They are only giving to us in part the things that they have learned through their grave robbing efforts in the holy land of Ham, your and my ancestors. You and your God are one and the same thing. Representing one's race and representing one's God is better than representing anything else. Fahamme, Rasul. Today, we have accepted the fact that we are black. We express our black pride in our hairstyles and our black or African apparel. But we must take this yet a step further. We must begin to represent our race and our God Amun-Ra by again taking on the names of our illustrious ancestors and learning to speak our own language, Lisan Jaizi, which means tongue of the gods, called Amharic today. We must learn to represent our race by going back to the achievements and going back to the accomplishments of our noble ancestors, learning and understanding everything that they knew and how they did and accomplished things, and then make everything we ever done new and modern and up to date, And as easily as that, we shall have built the greatest civilization in the world today, because your and my noble ancestors in the holy land of Ham, called Africa today, was so far ahead of everyone else in the development of everything needed that the world today is still trying to catch up and learn secrets that have long been forgotten. Each cultured race has its own God. Mind yourself now, I did not say each civilized race, but I did say every cultured race has its own God. A people may be civilized and yet follow a strange God. A change of gods means a change of thought. It means a change of action. It means a change of feeling and doing. It means the development of your own culture, your own religion, your own education, and your own civilizations. We have always had black or colored people in the world, but not Negroes. The Most High God created black people as Hamites and Kemites, the praised people and the upright people. Circumstances created the Negro, and acceptance of those same circumstances, and those circumstances are foreign cultures, foreign names, foreign faiths, foreign religions, and foreign ideas, and most of all, foreign gods, make us remain Negroes. It is up to you to change your culture and to change your philosophy and psychology and become people of nobility again through the teachings of the Honorable Paul Nathaniel Johnson, the culture prophet, the Fahamme Rasul, the only man to come forward with a solution to our race's problems. Change gods. Remember that the ideal of black solidarity and black unity cannot be had as long as we are influenced to any degree by Nordic faith and religion. We must understand that knowledge in general is a universal asset, and that as black people we can accomplish everything any nation on earth has accomplished through sincerely following the instructions of a God of our own through the mouth of his prophet, the Honorable Paul Nathaniel Johnson, the Fahamme Rasul, the culture prophet, the understanding. Salam.
Brothers and sisters, you've been listening to the voice of Fahamme. We hope that you've enjoyed today's subject entitled Change Gods. We will of course be looking forward to bringing you another enlightening message next week at this same time. In closing,